Assalamu alaikum dear students. I hope you guys are doing well by the grace of Allah Almighty. And the topic that we are going to discuss today is modal verbs passive voice. There might arise a question in your mind that what are the modal verbs? So here is a list of some basic modal verbs like can, could, may, might, will, shall, would, should, ought to, must and have to. And the definition of these verbs are they provide additional and specific meaning to the main verb of the sentence. Means they behave differently as compared to the other regular verbs. They express ability, possibility, permission and obligation, etc. And here comes the structure of sentences, how to change modal verbs from active voice to passive voice. As you can see, the structure of affirmative, negative and interrogative sentences is written there. So the first one is affirmative sentences. Active voice structure is subject, modals like can, could, may and might, and then first form of verb and after it object. So keep in mind we use first form of verb after all the modal verbs. And the passive voice structure of affirmative sentences is object, modals, and we add be after modal verbs like can be, could be, would be and other modal verbs are. And after it third form of verb, that is the main thing. Third form of verb is used in all the passive voice. Then preposition by and subject at the end. And the structure of negative sentences, active voice is subject, modals plus not, first form of verb and then object. And the passive voice of negative sentences structure is object, modals plus not, then be and third form of verb, preposition by and subject at the end. Then comes to the interrogative sentences. Active voice structure is modals like can and could, may and might, etc. comes in front of the sentence. Then subject, first form of verb and object and then question mark at the end. And the passive voice structure is modals, object, then be, third form of verb, preposition by, subject and question mark at the end. There are few examples. The first one is he can speak Spanish and the passive voice is Spanish can be spoken by him. Second one is we should not violate the laws and the passive voice is the laws should not be violated by us. Third one is would you help me and the passive voice would I be helped by you. Let's have a look to the definition of imperative sentences. So imperative sentences are those in which we make an order like get out, leave now, to make a request, please help me, please print me a copy, to give advice like work hard, try before you buy, to give instruction and to issue a warning as well. And one thing that you need to focus, imperative sentences always begins with first form of verb and in these sentences subject you is hidden there. There it comes the order of sentences. First of all we'll discuss the structure of sentences showing command and order. The structure of active voice is first form of verb and then object. Means the sentence is shut the door. And the passive voice is we use let at the beginning of the sentences while changing into passive voice and then subject. Means the object of active voice is now subject there in passive voice. Then we use the word be and then third form of verb. And the passive voice of shut the door is let the door be shut. The next example is about negative imperative. The sentence is do not insult the poor and the passive voice would be let the poor not be insulted. The word do we will omit in the passive voice, we just use not in the passive voice. Next there are some sentences which have no object. So how would we change them? तो स्टूडेंट्स कुछ ऐसे सेंटेंसेस भी आ सकते हैं जिनमें ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं होता, Like look at the first example, come here. So there isn't any object in this sentence. So while changing into passive voice, the thing that you need to do, you have to write first you are ordered according to the mood of the sentence. So ये order है तो we write you are ordered, then preposition to and then first form of verb. So the passive voice is you are ordered to come here. नेक्स्ट अगर ऐसे सेंटेंसेस आते हैं जिनमें काइंडली या प्लीज़ का वर्ड यूज़ होता है एंड द एग्जाम्पल इज़ प्लीज़ हेल्प मी. सो हम इसमें प्लीज़ का वर्ड ख़त्म कर देंगे एंड द ऑर्डर वुड बी यू आर रिक्वेस्टेड, क्योंकि काइंडली और प्लीज़ रिक्वेस्ट को शो करते हैं. तो हम पहले लिखेंगे यू आर रिक्वेस्टेड, देन preposition to and first form of verb and then object. And the passive voice is you are requested to help me. Use of let and let's passive voice. It is a part of imperative sentences as well, but its use is quite different as what we have discussed yesterday. Let's have a look what is meant by let and let's. Let and let's are based on the same verb. Let, which means to allow or give permission, and let's is a contraction of let us. यानी कि let and let's दोनों ही verb हैं जिनका मतलब है इजाज़त देना, और लेट्स कॉन्ट्रैक्शन है लेट अस, यानी कि लेट अस को कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड फॉर्म में अपोस्ट्रोफी लगा के लेट्स लिखा जाता है. हियर आर टू एग्जांपल्स, लेट हर कम इन एंड लेट्स गो ऑन पिकनिक. देन कम्स सेंटेंस ऑर्डर, हाउ टू चेंज द सेंटेंसेस हैविंग लेट एंड लेट्स फ्रॉम एक्टिव वॉइस टू पैसिव वॉइस. सो अगर एक्टिव वॉइस के सेंटेंस है लेट मी डू दिस वर्क, तो जब हम पैसिव में चेंज करेंगे तो लेट विल रिमेन एट द सेम प्लेस, हम इसको चेंज नहीं करेंगे. देन कम्स द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ एक्टिव वॉइस, यानी कि दिस वर्क इसका ऑब्जेक्ट है. वी हैव टू राइट आफ्टर लेट एंड देन वर्ब बी प्लस थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब, preposition बाय, एंड देन प्रोनाउन मी एंड हिम, यानी कि ऑब्जेक्टिव केस जो भी होगा लेट के बाद एक्टिव वॉइस में, तो वो हम एट द एंड ऑफ द सेंटेंस पैसिव वॉइस में लिख देंगे. एंड लेट्स हैव अ लुक हाउ टू चेंज इनटू पैसिव वॉइस. लेट मी डू दिस वर्क एंड द पैसिव वॉइस इज लेट दिस वर्क बी डन बाय मी. अनदर एग्जांपल इज लेट हर कुक फूड एंड द पैसिव वॉइस वुड बी लेट द फूड बी कुक्ड बाय हर. Then comes sentences having let's in it. एक्टिव वॉइस में अगर सेंटेंस है लेट्स प्ले क्रिकेट, जब हम उसे पैसिव में चेंज करेंगे तो वी हैव टू राइट फर्स्ट इट इज़ सजेस्टेड दैट वी शुड, देन फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब एंड ऑब्जेक्ट एट द एंड. एंड द पैसिव वॉइस ऑफ लेट्स प्ले क्रिकेट इज इट इज़ सजेस्टेड दैट वी शुड प्ले क्रिकेट. Another example is let's offer prayer. And the passive voice is it is suggested that we should offer prayer. That is all what we have to discuss today. I'll see you in the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Take good care of yourself.